Well, the Bharatiya Janata Party is set to unveil its manifesto titled Sankalp Patra for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections at the party headquarters in Delhi in the presence of Prime Minister Modi. The manifesto is expected to focus on welfare and development schemes along with outlining a roadmap for Viksit Bharat. Emphasizing its commitment to the welfare of the poor, youth, women and farmers, the BJP is likely to address issues pertinent to these demographics. The unveiling of the manifesto will coincide with the birth anniversary of Dalit leader B.R. Ambedkar and will be attended by Prime Minister Modi and other senior leaders. All right, the big manifesto that the BJP has been thumping its chest about is going to be in fact out. It's going to match what it promised in 2019 and what has been achieved. It's also going to lay out a trajectory or a roadmap for how it is going to be implementing its future plans in our country. Well, once again, the BJP manifesto is going to be announced, and the key highlights are, of course, going to be the completion of the Ram Mandir, the activation of number of schemes for the people, specifically farmers, women, the berozgars, the students, and much more. Manohar Keshri, my colleague, is joining us on the broadcast to talk more about this. Manohar, manifesto is going to be out today और बीजेपी ने जो अभी तक हासिल किया है और जो वादा किया था उसके बीच में तुलना लोग ज़रूर करेंगे। मनोहर,
देखिए बिल्कुल सही आपने कहा। कुछ ही देर के बाद प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी बीजेपी का जो मैनिफेस्टो है संकल्प पत्र उसको लॉन्च करेंगे। इस मौके पर मैनिफेस्टो कमेटी के चेयरमैन राजनाथ सिंह मौजूद रहेंगे और पार्टी अध्यक्ष जेपी नड्डा, अमित शाह मौजूद रहेंगे। मैं आपको बताऊं कि पिछले बार जब 2019 में बीजेपी ने अपना संकल्प पत्र जारी किया था तो वो अमृत काल का संकल्प पत्र था, मतलब 75 साल आज़ादी के मनाया जा रहा था और 75 वादे भी किए गए थे। लेकिन इस बार का संकल्प पत्र विकसित भारत का संकल्प पत्र है, मोदी की गारंटी है। एक बार मैं आपको यहाँ का नज़ारा दिखा दूं, ये आप देखिए जगह जगह प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने 5 साल में जो काम किए हैं उन योजनाओं में देशवासियों को क्या कुछ मिला है, मोदी की क्या गारंटी रही है, क्योंकि प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जो कहते हैं वो करते हैं। जैसे आप देखिए प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना में 3 करोड़ 42 लाख घर बनवाए गए। वहीं प्रधानमंत्री मुद्रा योजना की बात करें तो 47 करोड़ 7 लाख लोगों को ऋण दिया गया। उसके बाद अगर देखेंगे जल मिशन योजना के तहत 11 करोड़ 4 लाख नल जल कनेक्शन दिया गया। और इस बार जो संकल्प पत्र जारी होगा बीजेपी का, तो बीजेपी की ओर से जो होमवर्क किया गया, 2 बार लंबी बैठक चली थी मैनिफेस्टो कमेटी की, तो इसमें प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जो कहते हैं कि उन्होंने जो काम किया या जो कर सकते हैं वो संकल्प पत्र पर दिखेगा। और उसमें चाहे हम बात करें गरीब की, युवा की, किसान की या फिर हम नारी शक्ति की बात करें तो ये सारी चीज़ें उसमें दिखेगी। क्योंकि 2047 में प्रधानमंत्री ने विकसित भारत की बात की है, तो उस विकसित भारत के तहत सरकार ने जो योजनाएं लाई है, क्योंकि इस बार बहुत सारी नई बातें भी होगी। हमने देखा प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने ये भी कहा था कि 24/7 for 2047। तो यहाँ पर आप देखेंगे जगह जगह जो होर्डिंग्स लगाए गए हैं उसमें हर जगह ये लिखा हुआ है कि 2047 को विकसित भारत बनाने के लिए हमें 24 घंटे 7 दिन काम करना पड़ेगा। और मैं आपको बीजेपी दफ्तर का जो एक्सटेंशन पार्ट है वहाँ पर इस मैनिफेस्टो को लॉन्च किया जाएगा और यहाँ हर जगह आप देखेंगे तो प्रधानमंत्री की तस्वीर है। उन्होंने इन 2019 में जो काम किए हैं, जनता को जो सौगात दिए हैं, वो सारी चीज़ों की झलक यहाँ देखने को मिलती है। चाहे डिजिटल इंडिया की हम बात करें, आयुष्मान भारत की बात करें या फिर हम जो कमजोर वर्ग के लोग हैं, क्योंकि प्रधानमंत्री ने 4 जाति की बात की थी, गरीब की बात की थी, युवा की बात की थी, किसानों की बात की थी। किसानों को लेकर के भी बहुत सारी योजनाओं के बारे में प्रधानमंत्री बता सकते हैं कि संकल्प पत्र में हम और क्या शामिल करें, क्योंकि 2019 में जो 75 वादे किए गए थे उनमें से काफ़ी ज़्यादा जो है सो उन्होंने काम किया है और उसको पूरा भी किया है, ज़मीन पर भी उतारा है। सीधे हम आपको दिखाएं, बैंकिंग सुधार की बात हो, बुनियादी ढांचे की बात हो, ये आप देखिए इसमें मेट्रो कनेक्टिविटी 368% की वृद्धि हुई है। जो नेशनल हाईवे है उसके बनाने की स्पीड जो है 2.4 गुना बढ़ी है। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के जो 2.0 का कार्यकाल रहा है उसमें, और अब जो प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी की सरकार का इस बार का नारा है, वो नारा है कि एक बार फिर मोदी सरकार, और उसी की झलक देखने को मिलेगी। क्योंकि एक उन्होंने थीम सॉन्ग भी लॉन्च किया था कि प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जो सपने दिखाते हैं, उसकी लाइन भी यहाँ पर लिखी हुई है, सपने नहीं हकीकत बुनते हैं, तभी तो सब मोदी को चुनते हैं। तो ये थीम सॉन्ग भी लॉन्च किया गया था और लगातार इसे लेकर के बीजेपी कटिबद्ध रही है और उसी की झलक जो है संकल्प पत्र में देखने को मिलेगी। जी
मनोहर, इस जानकारी के लिए आपका शुक्रिया। हिमांशु भट्ट, political analyst, also joins us on the broadcast. Mr. Bhatt, what do you make of the promises that the Bharatiya Janata Party had made in 2019 and 14, and till what extent have they been achieved, and what more do you think that the BJP is likely to promise the voter of India?
See, the basic promises which they had made, 14 and 19. We know abrogation of 370, construction of Ram Mandir, uniform civil code, which is very near. So they have achieved what they were talking about. Now they are talking about Viksit Bharat by 2047 and making Bharat the third biggest economy by 2029. Now these are the two things for which the infrastructure and the growth which is required, the work for that will be shown on this Sankalp Patra. But what I am expecting is two other departments, two other sectors which needs a very, very, very minute looking. And if you see carefully this Sankalp Patra when it comes out, you will find that this might be there. One is the judicial reforms in this country. The reason for that is the old collegial system must go, that some people believe. And the pendency of cases because of that. Now these are the two things, these are the things which need to be done. And you will find in the Sankalp Patra that in Modi 3.0, you will have them. And apart from that, instead of producing slaves from school and colleges to the workplace directly, we are talking of revamping the educational pattern. This, the sign of that will be seen in the Sankalp Patra. Because when we talk of Vikasit Bharat, and when we talk of employment, when we talk of 1.4 million people, of our country, and we talk of, unemployment, it will continue to rise. Whatever the measures you take, unless there is from employment to self-employment, the goal is achieved. And that is what we are going to see in this. And for that, he's already started making ground. If you remember, few days back, while he was talking to the agency officers, he said, by 4th of June, you are going to have a lot of work. He has already drawn up a first 100 days roadmap. So that will be seen on this Sankalp Patra. What has been achieved, how many houses have been provided, how many tap connections have been provided, what is done for farmers, what is done for women, 33% women's reservation, all these things are there. But apart from that, what we are going to see is basic revamping of our ecosystem. The ecosystem, Mandir ecosystem, what we are talking about, what BJP has been talking about, bringing back this Sanatan form of economics from this Western model. The first signs of that will be seen in this Sankalp Patra. That is what I feel. Vinit, what we have to understand is, today we are the 5th biggest economy. All right. Whatever needs to be done for infrastructure, we might need to build another 50,000 kilometers of road. That we will do. We may be needing to build another 50 ports. That we will do. Enhance the capacities, spread our wings across the world to get the connectivity. But along with that, what we have to do is logistic costs also needs to come down. So in that sense, when I see this, manifesto coming out, you have to see and read in between the lines what they are talking. Because once the judicial reform comes, the police reforms will be very easy. Because they all both go together. Similarly, when the basic educational reform comes, not just producing classroom and college and job people, when you go to the vocational training system, when you go to the old Gurukul type of education, skill-based employment, the skill-based education, when that happens, and you saw that sign a day ago, when he was talking to the top gamers. What was that? Just imagine. He was talking, gaming is an industry. It's going to be the future industry. Now for that, you have to prepare people. See, the way we consider dance and music, not as just the forms of art, but through which people can excel. The way sports has become an industry, we need to take those steps. If we have to tackle the basic issue of unemployment, because everybody has a different skill. And we are a young nation. So the Sankalp Patra has to have all these final aspects jotted and designed. And the most important thing is making Bharat self-reliant. Self-reliant, especially in defense and exporting. We are doing exporting, but still we do import 45-50% of our defense equipment from other people.
So what about some of the admonishment that the opposition has also pulled up the BJP for, which is of course related to unemployment and inflation? Is that something which also should be a part of this manifesto so that the government feels accountable to tackle these issues?
They will do that. They will do that their own way. They will address that. That's why I'm saying, going from unemployment to self-employment is going to be one solution. Now today, employment, what we consider is having a government job, having a bank job, having a stable job, having a stable salary job, and retiring at 58, 60 with the huge chunk of pension and gratuity and other things, and living our life. No. What we are here talking is generating self-employment through different sectors, some unconventional ways of generating employment. Just imagine, I'll give you a small example. If once Ayodhya came up in late January of this year, after that, how many crore people visited Ayodhya? And what has it generated? It has generated a huge amount of self-employment from the locals. How many hoteliers came up? How many foodwallas came up? How many dhoopwallas came up? How many guides came up? Now this is one way of reviving your ecosystem. So when I said reviving an ecosystem, it means a small entrepreneur. We did not have anything, small scale industries or new startups. Now we have more than 1 lakh. Just imagine if one new startup employs 5 people. How many new employments will be generated? Yes, we will have an employment because our mass is very, very huge. But to tackle that, there is a way. And that's why when I say, when the roads are being built up in a particular area, the maximum labor employed there is of that area. That labor, see, if the road is built in Assam, you can't take labor from Maharashtra and go there all the way. Will it become economical? No. It's the local labor that has to be employed. Similarly, this Sankalp Patra will show you certain unconventional ways and their way of thinking. BJP's way of thinking that how Bharat...
All right, Mr. Bhatt, appreciate you joining us, sir. Thank you for those insights.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.